We've got Ian Bolton from Sky, it looks like, Paul.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, go for it, Ian.
Graham, hi.
Hi, Ian.
Listen, well done. You've secured your place in the Premier League for next season. How important is that for the club? How important is that for you as well?
I think it's really important, of course. It's an understatement for the club. The financial implications are massive, especially this year with how the year's been and in terms of how next year looks as well, potentially. It's so important for a club like us. We're fighting to keep in the Premier League every year. Every year's, it's that challenge. We want to get past that, of course, but it's so tough. And for me, I'm just delighted for the players, delighted for the chairman and all the support I've had. It's really, really pleasing.
What are the qualities that you've needed to see in your players to get to this end result, particularly after the restart?
Yeah, I mean, that was a challenging period for everybody, of course. But the way the players responded during that lockdown period, the way they were so professional, and then how we went through those stages, the protocols and training and the togetherness. The togetherness, was really, really strong. We knew psychologically there's going to be some huge challenges in terms of the quality of the opposition we're going to face, and then also the pressure to get results. But I think we dealt with that really, really well. The balance between performances and results. I think we only lost to Manchester City, Liverpool, and Manchester United in that game block. So it was important for us that we could pick up results at key times.
It's your final home match of this season. It was all about developing and progressing this season. How much of a different look do you sense you might have for the first home match of next season?
Well, I think we'd have hopefully had some time off because we've had literally the longest season ever. And then we need to recharge, refresh, think about how we can help the group that we've got. And then we hope, of course, the supporters are back, but we don't know that yet because that would be nice. But we'll use this season as a massive sort of learning curve, and we'll try to get better and try to improve in the toughest league in the world.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brian, Owen, do you want to go next?
Hi, Graham.
Hi, Brian.
Congratulations. Just wanted to tell me about the physical and mental sort of strain, or if that's not too strong a word, of these last few weeks and playing these sort of games in quick succession.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think psychologically and it's physically, both, because the pressure, the responsibility to stay in the Premier League, to get the results that you need to get, to recover quickly, to be ready to play it's after quite a long period off and a relatively short period of preparation time. But we knew that we couldn't use any excuses. We couldn't use anything to say, feel sorry for ourselves in any way. We accepted everything, all the challenges, and decided to get the job done. And so proud of the players that we managed to do it.
And can you tell us a little bit why the young boy Cochran was involved today?
Well, Bernie was he had an infection on his eye. He came on today, and it swelled up a bit, so he couldn't see out of his eye. So we drafted Alex in just from a left foot a defensive option.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Darren, do you want to go next?
Go on, Darren.
Hi, Graham. Well done today. Just to follow up on Alex Cochran, please. What do you see as the next stage of his development? There's been talk of a possible loan move to Portsmouth. Is that a possibility, and how do you see the next stage of his career?
Oh, he's been with us throughout this lockdown period, and he's he's impressed. He's got a really good attitude. He's got some really good qualities. We like him. I think he's one of the two or three, four young players that we need to sit down and think about in terms of the right pathway for them. But no, he's a good lad, and I've really enjoyed working with him.
That's great. And then just finally, well done on obviously achieving the Premier League status. What's pleased you the most? If you could just put your finger on one point, what's pleased you the most since lockdown?
I think getting the points. You spend lockdown 2 points above the relegation zone. You can feel the pressure, the responsibility, the implications of coming out of the Premier League. So it was a really psychologically challenging period. But the way that everybody's sort of pulled together and stuck together and worked has been really, really encouraging. I'm very, very proud of the players, of course, and thankful to Tony and Paul and Dan and all the support that they've given me. Real team effort, and we're delighted to get over the line.
Thanks, Darren. Andy Naylor.
Hi, Graham.
Hi, Andy.
It's probably difficult to judge this, bearing in mind the unprecedented circumstances this season. But when you went into it, your first season at Premier League level, how has it compared to what you imagined? Has it been as tough as you thought it would be, even tougher? What's the reality been like?
I mean, we're not naive. We know it's going to be tough. Because it's part of the considerations when you're making the decision to come. Because at Swansea we've just gone through a lot of rebuilding, if you like, got the club back on its feet, and you can see, like with Sheffield United, sometimes it's good to arrive at a club when you've got the squad and you've got the players and you know everything about everything. It's nice to arrive in the Premier League because it's so competitive in that way. When you come in to a team that's 36 points and you need to maybe make some changes and you've got to do it the right time in the right way, get people with you, it's going to be really, really tough. As I said before, it feels like you're fixing the plane when it's up in the air sometimes. And I think people disrespect the Premier League also because they think that we should outright win games and it should be quite easy. It's so difficult because the opposition have got such quality. So I would say I knew it was going to be hard, but obviously this year, off the pitch as well, personally, there have been a few challenges which have made it even more difficult. And then, of course, the unprecedented global pandemic makes it even more challenging. So when you add it all up, I'm just so proud of what we've done, and it's a good start for us.
Yeah, just one other thing. I guess it's worth mentioning as well that should you win at Burnley on Sunday, and obviously that's no easy task, but you're 6 undefeated away, you'll reach Brighton's record Premier League points tally.
Yeah, I read an article before lockdown saying I think it was somebody saying that I should be getting my P45. So that's football for you.
Alison Rudd.
Alison, you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Go for it.
I just wondered, you're definitely staying up now, Graham. Will we see something experimental or different or more fluid, just something a bit that we haven't seen before when you faced Burnley?
I've not thought too much about Burnley, to be honest. We've been making sure we get the points that we need. We've always just worked that way to focus on the next match, and now we can start to think about Burnley. We want to finish off strongly. We want to finish off with a good performance, and if we can, 3 points. We know it's obviously not easy, but Burnley have been in a good moment and they've got picked up results and they do it really well. So, but it'd be nice to finish off the season in a positive way, and that's what we'll try to do.
Thank you.
Well done. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thanks.